The question is, how did you become an autodidact? How did you manage to teach yourself? Well, amazingly enough, I've discovered the true, secret, amazing formula for teaching yourself, and I lie, I just winged it. Um, yeah, just read whatever interested in me until age 15, 16 or thereabouts, which is when I started to discover the singularity as opposed to the sort of low-grade background transhumanism that I'd been engaged with up until that point. Started thinking that cognitive technologies were, creating smarter than human intelligence was the place to be, and initially thought that neuroengineering was going to be the sort of leading critical path of that, and studied a bit of neuroscience. Didn't get into that too far before I started thinking that maybe artificial intelligence was going to be the route. Started studying computer programming, and then from computer programming on to I'm trying to think of how things would have been in order. Just studied a bit of business type stuff because at one point I thought do a startup at something that I'm very glad I didn't end up doing. And in order to get the money to do the AI thing, and I'm very glad I didn't go that route. And I won't even say that the knowledge has served me in all that good a stat. It's just not my comparative advantage. At some point, sort of woke up and smelled the Bayesian coffee and started studying probability theory and decision theory and statistics and that sort of thing. But really, I haven't had an opportunity to study anywhere near as much as I need to know. And part of that I won't apologize for, because a lot of sort of fact memorization is more showing off than because you're going to use that fact every single day. Part of that I will apologize for, because I feel that I don't know enough to get the job done, and that when I'm done writing the book, I'm going to have to take some more time off and just study some of the sort of math and mathematical technique that I expect to need in order to get this done. I come across as very intelligent, but a surprisingly small amount of that relies on me knowing lots of facts, or at least that's the way it feels to me. So I come across as very intelligent, but that's because I'm good at winging it, might be one way to put it. And the road of an autodidact, I feel, I used to think that anyone could just go ahead and do it, and that the only reason to go to college was for the reputational now people can hire you aspect, which sadly is very important in today's world. Since then, I've come to realize both that college is less valuable and less important than I used to think, and also that autodidacticism might be a lot harder for the average person than I thought, because the average person is less similar to myself than my sort of intuitions would have it. So I guess sort of before even how do you become an autodidact, the question to ask before that would be, what am I going to do? And is it something that's going to rely on me having memorized lots of standard knowledge and having worked out lots of standard homework problems, or is it going to be something else? Because if you're heading for a job where you're going to want to have memorized lots of the same standardized facts as people around you, then autodidacticism might not be the best way to go. If you're going to be a computer programmer, on the other hand, then heading into a field where every day is a new adventure, and most jobs in computer programming will not require you to know the nth degree detail of computer science, and even if they did, the fact that this is math means you might even have a better chance of learning it out of a book. And above all, it's a field where people have some notion that you're allowed to teach yourself. If you're good, other people can see it by looking at your code, and so there's sort of a tradition of being willing to hire people who don't have a master's. So I guess I can't really give all that much advice about how to be a successful autodidact in terms of studying hard, doing the same sort of thing you'd be doing in college, only managing to do it on your own because you're just that self-disciplined, because that is completely not the route I took. I would rather advise you to think very hard about what it is you're going to be trying to be doing, whether or not anyone will let you do it if you don't have the official credential, and to what degree the road you're going is going to depend on the sort of learning that you have found that you can get done on your own.